So D'Artagnan being dumb. Dropping the camera. Much because I really need to get a video up. The other problem was that I have not finished all 5 of my chapters. But if I recall correctly, we were kind of loose on how many we needed to do. So this is going to be chapters 36 through 38 instead of 36 through 40. So D'Artagnan finally got to like meet and talk to Milady through a duel with her brother-in-law, Lord de Winter. There was stuff. She ensorcelled him, and then he decided, oh shoot, she actually hates me. And instead of like leaving, he's like, well, I'm gonna get her back. Oh, D'Artagnan. He ignored the adorable servant girl who had like this huge crush on him. And then a lot of stupid stuff happened. There was scootily pooping involved. Actually kind of later in the book than I expected it. They're musketeers and it's France and it's 17th century. I mean, come on, there's gonna be some scootily pooping somewhere. And basically he discovers that this lady is a murderer. And he's like terrified now. And she's like ready to kill him. So we all expected D'Artagnan being dumb. I'm really hoping that we get to see some more of Kitty because she's adorable and she's bright. Well, she would be bright, except that she listens to D'Artagnan. D'Artagnan ends up dressed like a girl at Athos's house. There was a lot of talking and nothing going on. I was not surprised to see that Milady turned out to be Athos's lady from like before, or at least that's what it appears. Well, mainly because I saw the movie. So Milady Cleric is proof that even the women in the 17th century could be snakes. She's like, ha! I wouldn't want her on my tail either, D'Artagnan. And I'm interested to see where this goes, because it is not like the movie. At least not the like 1990-something movie that I saw. I mean, it was years ago. I remember liking it. So my memory of the 1990 movie is not like very clear. I remember some silly-looking dude with a girl's haircut yelling at D'Artagnan in this squeaky, puberty-ish voice because he wanted to fight him. And D'Artagnan was always running away because that guy had like 4 friends with him. And then, you know, he showed up again in the end of the movie, and D'Artagnan's like, haha, I'm a musketeers, and these are my pals. And like, all of the musketeers come up behind him, and he's like, oh crap! A lot of the characters were the same in the movie, but as I remember correctly, the musketeers, the whole thing, the whole deal with the movie is that the musketeers had been forced to disband. And then, you know, there were these 3 musketeers and D'Artagnan. Why is it called the 3 musketeers anyway? Because it's mostly about D'Artagnan. These 3 musketeers and D'Artagnan are uncovering a plot by the cardinal to kind of like take over. Takes them all over like somewhere. I don't remember whether they go to England or not in the movie. And it involves, you know, the French lady who pretends to be an English lady who Athos was like totally in love with. The characters are much the same. There are some of the same, there's a couple of the same scenes. I mean, obviously the meeting of D'Artagnan with you know, the 3 musketeers, I mean, you can't change that. It's one of those books, though, that wouldn't really make a good movie the way it is. Like, it just wouldn't. Especially with all of the talking they do. That movie would be 5 hours long. My goodness, they're like the ants. They'll take all day to say good morning. So right now I've kind of got like the unresolved stuff from the movie in my head, and I'm like, well, how is all of that going to get in there? But I have to remind myself that it might not. I'm very eager to finish this book, though. Not that the book is getting old, because I really like the book, but it's making me want to watch the movie again. And it's making me want to watch the newer one that came out on DVD somewhat recently. I think it will be interesting to watch the movie again with the book in mind, and like actually be aware of all the places that it's changed. It will also be interesting to watch that movie and then watch the newer one, and see, like, you know, what ways, I don't know. I feel like I will have a better judge of the movies, because of the book. That was all I had for you. And, I mean, you know, if you were going to read till chapter 45 anyway, I mean, you might as well just add an extra chapter on there. I see you in my mirror, Abby.